본 영상은 크리에이티브 커먼즈로 누구나 공유할 수 있습니다. 출처는 월드 이코노미 포럼입니다. 성공한 조직이 가장 먼저 맞이하는 위험은 무엇일까요? 바로 박물관이 되는 것입니다. 구글조차 두려워하는 이 현상, 왜 조직의 수명을 단축시킬까요?
When I walk into organizations, one of the things I see is people are measured only on their individual results. They get rewarded and they get promoted on whether they can drive revenue or whether they can turn out code. And what we're forgetting is the people we want to elevate are not just the ones who can produce individual excellence. They're the ones who elevate others. And most organizations don't have a clue how to measure them, let alone how to teach them. And I think that deserves a C-.
Welcome to Meet the Leader. I am delighted to introduce you to Adam Grant. He is an organizational psychologist, Wharton professor, and best-selling author, most recently of the book Hidden Potential. And he is the most recommended author at Meet the Leader.
그렇습니다. 성공한 리더는 팀원들의 성장을 유도하는 리더입니다. 이제 애덤 그랜트의 생각을 들어봅시다.
I wanted to get started with our Future of Jobs report that was just released this past month. There's a lot of really interesting things here about soft skills, which I know you have some opinions on and some thoughts on. One of the things that we talk about in the Future of Jobs report is that there's going to be an increased importance as we have geopolitical change, technological.
It's probably the question I hear most often from leaders. How do I lead change? How do I shift a culture? How do I get people to rethink their mindsets and their behaviors? And I think that we know that's important. We live in a world where the pace of change is accelerating. And in a dynamic world, you cannot rely on the best practices of yesterday. They were just built for an environment that doesn't exist anymore. So I think we need to be scrapping our best practices and trying to build better practices. I remember years ago, I was working with Google on a project and Larry Page had just come back in as CEO. And I asked him what his biggest fear was. And he said, my biggest fear for Google is that we're going to become a cultural museum, that we're going to take the artifacts and practices of the past and we're going to put them in a glass case and admire them and just, talk about how great yesterday was. And he said, we can't afford to do that. We need to smash the glass case and we need to invent new artifacts and new practices. And I think that's more true now than it was then.
과거의 성공 방식에 안주하는 순간 조직은 역동성을 잃습니다. 애덤 그랜트는 이를 문화박물관화라고 경고하죠. 여기서 우리는 민첩성이라는 생존 전략을 꺼내야 합니다.
On ability. So you try to hire the smartest people, you try to promote the people who are doing the best job. And I think that that's flying out the window as we speak. I think what the currency of success is now and moving into the future will be agility as opposed to ability. I think being able to anticipate change, adapt to it, lead it, is ultimately probably the soft skill that matters most.
그렇다면 조직의 민첩성이란 무엇일까요? 단순히 빨리 일하는 것이 아닙니다. 질문을 던지고 결과를 공유하고 다시 실험하는 과정의 속도를 높이는 것입니다. 이것이 민첩성이 조직에서 가장 중요한 능력이 될 것이라 말하는 이유입니다. 오늘 우리는 조직을 좀먹는 가장 큰 위협, 문화박물관에 대해 이야기했습니다. 과거의 성공의 도취의 변화를 멈추는 순간 조직은 유물이 됩니다. 하지만 해답은 생각보다 간단합니다. 박물관을 탈출해 살아있는 실험실로 돌아가는 것. 바로 민첩성입니다. 민첩성이란 단순히 빠르게 움직이는 것이 아닙니다. 답을 고집하기보다 질문을 환영하고 실패를 비난하기보다 학습이 데이터로 삼으며 관습을 따르기보다 실험을 반복하는 것. 이것이 애덤 그랜트가 말하는 그리고 우리가 앞으로 만들어가야 할 미래 조직의 핵심 능력입니다. 여러분의 조직은 지금 과거를 보존하고 있습니까? 아니면 미래를 실험하고 있습니까? 조직의 엔트로피를 낮추고 성장을 유지하는 힘. 바로 당신이 던지는 그 질문에서 시작됩니다. 지금까지 비하인드 아카이브의 경제 이야기였습니다.